which is the factored form of 3a squared minus 24ab plus 48b squared. So normally when we're factoring a polynomial, we have just one variable. However, now we have two. And if you look at the answer choices, each of our factors is going to have an a and a b in it. Because the first terms multiplied need to get an a squared in there. Our last terms multiplied need to get a b squared in there. And our o plus I needs to have an a times b. And we get that from multiplying our o and our I. So this isn't much different than the factoring we've done before. It's just a little twist on it. So let's look at our polynomial. The first thing we should notice is that each of our coefficients is divisible by 3. So we can factor a 3 out of there. So when we do that, we'll have 3 times a squared minus 8ab plus 16b squared. Now we have an easier polynomial to factor. So let's remember where each of our pieces comes from. So our a squared is going to come from the first pieces multiplied. And you can get that by multiplying a times a. So a is going to be the first piece. And now we just need to find the second piece. So when we multiply our last pieces, we're going to get 16b squared. So what two numbers can we multiply to get 16b squared? You could have 2b times 8b. You could have 4b times 4b, or the negative versions. And since our o plus I is negative, we're going to need negative versions. And by trial and error, if you put in negative 4b, that's going to work out. Negative 4b times negative 4b equals 16b squared. And if you check our o plus I, we'll have negative 4ab plus negative 4ab, and that equals negative 8ab, which is our middle term. So a simpler version of this polynomial would be a squared minus 8a plus 16. So only one variable. And it might be easy to figure out that this would be a minus 4 times a minus 4. So when you see this ab term and this b squared, that means that we're going to change this last piece to be a b term. So we're just going to add a b in there. So having two variables in here isn't much different than just having one. And looking back at our work, we can simplify this to 3 times a minus 4b times a minus 4b. And looking at our answer choices, that matches option C. Which is a factor of x squared minus 11x plus 24. So we just have one variable. That's something we're used to. So when we factor this, we're going to get x plus smiley face times x plus heart. So we just need to figure out our smiley face and heart. Our smiley face and heart are the last pieces. So when we multiply them, we're going to get 24. So we just need to find two numbers that multiply to 24. And then we need to keep in mind our o plus I. So we can make a column for that. And thinking of some numbers that multiply to 24, we have 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. So there's plenty of options. And as you might notice, if we put any of these values in for smiley face and heart, for example, 4 and 6, our o plus I is going to be positive. And that's not what we're looking for. We need a negative o plus I. So each of these numbers that we multiply needs to be negative numbers. So these are the options that we need to check for smiley face and heart. So for example, we'd put in a negative 4 and a negative 6. And at this point, it might be easy to do the o plus I in your head. So we'd have x times negative 6, so negative 6x, and then minus 4x. So that would give us negative 10x. So that doesn't match our negative 11x. So this option is wrong. You can test these other options, but you might have gone straight to the answer. The answer would be this option. So plugging those in for smiley face and heart, we get x plus negative 3 times x plus negative 8. And so in this case, our o plus I would be negative 8x minus 3x, which gives us negative 11x. So when our first pieces are just x, getting to our o plus I is really just adding up our last terms and then putting an x on the end. So as you get more comfortable with factoring, the quicker way to find your smiley face and heart is to look at your options here and then see which pair adds up to negative 11. Because your o plus I is just going to have an x in there on each of these numbers. So in this case, negative 3x minus 8x is negative 11x. Or you can think negative 3 and negative 8 give you negative 11. So that's going to be the quicker way of finding these factors. And simplifying our answer, we'll get x minus 3 times x minus 8. And the question asked, which of these options is a factor? And the only one that's a factor is option B, x minus 3. Which of the following shows 9t squared plus 12t plus 4 factored completely? So this is a more challenging polynomial to factor because of our 9t squared there. Our first pieces could be t times 9t or 3t times 3t. And our last pieces could be 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. So let's start with these as our first pieces. We'll have t and 9t. And we need to test each of our last pieces. So if you put 1 and 4 in there, our o plus I would be 13 in that case, so not 12. And because of our 9t, it matters where the 4 and the 1 go. So let's switch their spots and see if that works. We'll place 4 here and 1 here. In this case, our o plus I still is not 12. In this case, it would be t plus 36t, which equals 37t. So using t and 9t as our first pieces doesn't lead to a correct answer. So we can cross that out. And now we need to try 3t and 3t. So we'll put those in as our first pieces. And then again, we're going to need to check our last pieces. And since our first pieces are both the same, it doesn't matter where our 1 and our 4 go in this case. We'll get the same o plus I either way. And in this case, our o plus I would be 12t plus 3t, which gives us 15t. So that would be wrong. So now we just need to check 2 and 2. In this case, our o plus I would be 6t plus 6t, which gives us 12t. So we have the correct factors. Our polynomial equals 3t plus 2 times 3t plus 2. And looking at our options, option A writes it as 3t plus 2 squared. Options B and C are some of the factors that we tested that didn't work, and option D just gives the original polynomial. And so that would be the answer if there was no way to factor it. So if they gave us a polynomial and we just couldn't factor it, we'd leave it as it is. And so the way that we just worked through this problem, we started with a polynomial and we found the factors. Another way to get to the answer, since we have multiple choice, is start with the factors that they give you in each of these options and multiply them out. If you FOIL them and you get this original polynomial, those have to be the factors. So you could have started with option A and multiplied 3t plus 2 times 3t plus 2, and you would have gotten our original polynomial. So that's another way to solve this problem, since we have the benefit of multiple choice. It might save you time when you're taking one of these tests, but the way that we worked it out over here demonstrates understanding of the topic. What is the complete factorization of 32 minus 8z squared? So you might notice that we can factor out an 8, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll have 8 times 4 minus z squared. And if you remember your squares, you know that 4 is 2 squared. So we can write this as 2 squared minus z squared. So when we're factoring, this kind of situation is special. We call this a difference of squares. And we just focus on the two numbers that we're squaring. So that part in parentheses will factor into 2 plus z times 2 minus z. You can check this by foiling, and you'll notice that our first terms get our 2 squared, our last terms get our minus z squared, and our o plus I is negative 2z plus 2z, which gives us 0. So there is no middle term. In general, if you have some number a squared minus some number b squared, you can factor it into a plus b times a minus b, because our o plus I cancels out. In our problem here, we have 2 squared and z squared. So following our pattern, we'll have 2 plus z times 2 minus z. So this is an important fact to remember. And going down to our answer, we have 8 times 2 plus z times 2 minus z. And looking at the answer choices, that would be option B. Carter is solving this equation by factoring 10x squared minus 25x plus 15 equals 0. Which expression could be one of his correct factors? Okay, another polynomial to factor. We can start by factoring out of 5. So we'll have 5 times 2x squared minus 5x plus 3. So we need to turn this polynomial into 2 factors. To find our first pieces, we need to figure out what two numbers can we multiply to get 2x squared. Well, we could have x and 2x. And for our last pieces, what numbers can we multiply to get 3? That would be 1 and 3. But since our o plus I is negative, we're going to need negative numbers. So negative 1 and negative 3. And since our first terms are different, it does matter where we put those last pieces. So we need to test each option. Let's start by placing our negative 1 here and our negative 3 here. And we'll need to check our o plus I. Our o is negative 3x, and our I is negative 2x. So negative 3x plus negative 2x gives us negative 5x. And that's what we want. Our middle term is negative 5x. And since we got the answer, we don't need to switch these. So we can clean this up. X plus negative 1 is x minus 1, and 2x plus negative 3 is 2x minus 3. And the question asks, which expression could be one of the correct factors? And the only one that's in our answer is option D.